All right, how's it going, YouTube? First of all, I want to wish everybody, a happy new year. I hope 2020 and this new decade bring you lots of joy and success. You know, hopefully you guys, start your saving challenge, start your investing, start putting that money away, stack that money away, so we could look back at in 2030 and be way ahead of the curve. Let's make this decade very successful for all of us, and I wish you guys much prosperity. All right, today I'm gonna be talking about just about 5 things that I'm gonna be doing and that I am doing before I start investing in real estate. All right, I know I've been saying that I'm gonna buy a property. I've been thinking about it, for so long now. Since like 2018, I've been actively thinking about it, and I've actively had the loan or the capability of getting a property. But due to me being in the army, me getting posted in Hawaii, I was going to buy a property last year, but I got posted in Hawaii and it's very expensive here. I don't see the sense in buying a property in Hawaii where I'm just gonna be here for 2 more years. I'm gonna wait till I get back stateside, and the market that I'm looking at investing in is in Georgia, preferably the Atlanta area. That's the area where I want to, invest in right now. All right, I don't want to invest in Hawaii. Maybe later on down the line, I'll buy a vacation home or something, to put on Airbnb. But for now, I'll just keep renting. All right. But these are just some of the things that I've been doing and that I'm doing before I invest, and that I would encourage you guys to do before you invest in real estate. All right. So the number one thing that I've done and I would encourage you guys to do is to do your research. All right. So meaning, when I say do research, there's lots of areas online, there's books that you could read. But also, what I've been using is like for instance, you could use YouTube channels like Bigger Pockets. They give you a lot of information on real estate, a lot of information on how to start investing in real estate. You learn a lot of the lingo that goes along with real estate. So just type in real estate for beginners on YouTube, and you will find a lot of resources on how to help you to invest in real estate. All right, so definitely I would advise do research, because it's a lot. It's not as simple as, oh, I'm just gonna buy a duplex or a triplex or a fourplex and I'm gonna rent it out and that will be it. All right, no, a lot goes into it. There's a lot of acronyms, there's a lot of lingo that you gotta understand. And before you go ahead and purchase a property, whether you're doing it even for investing or whether you're doing it just for your property to live in, I suggest do a lot of research. All right, you want to research the market you want to invest in. You want to research the lingo of the investing, the real estate investing game. And you want to just make sure you have all the information and that it's something that you actually want to do. All right, because you might do the research and it ends up that, hey, real estate is just not for you and you might want to invest in something else. All right. The number two thing that I'm doing is I'm saving up for a down payment. All right, I'm saving up for a down payment. Now I'm in the military and we have a thing called the VA loan, which with the VA loan you do not require to have a down payment. All right, but for my personal, I want to have a down payment on my property because I want to avoid PMI, which is like the private mortgage insurance, stuff like that, which with the VA loan, I'm not sure if I would be required to pay PMI, but I still want to avoid it. I still want to start off my investment game with some equity. All right, I want to start off with equity. If I have a 0% down payment, I don't have any equity starting off in that property. And just from my personal reasons, even though I do not require to have a down payment with a VA loan, I want to still put a down payment. All right, so I could start off with some equity in the game. All right, so I would advise you guys save up a sufficient down payment. For people that are not in the military, you will need a down payment. Preferably have 20% down, all right? Because if you have 20% down, that will avoid the PMI, the private mortgage insurance, okay? And the PMI, that's just that's extra money on top of your mortgage and on top of your regular insurance. The PMI is just extra money that you're paying to the bank just because you did not have a sufficient enough down payment, all right? So save up a sufficient down payment, all right? The third thing is, find a good realtor, all right? Make sure you do research. Again, that goes back to doing research to find a good realtor. The realtors, you have different type of realtors, all right? You have realtors that just do, real estate where they're selling to somebody that's going to live in the property, and they might not necessarily have the right information or the right whereabouts to help you as an investor, all right? So there is also realtors that are specific for investors, and there are realtors that are specific for people that just want to live in the property, all right? So make sure you find a proper realtor that specifies in real estate investing, all right? And they could show you around all these real estate investment properties. They know more information than going to a realtor that only sells real estate for a person to live in, all right? So do your research, find a good realtor, make sure that that person is going to help you to find a proper property, all right? The number 4 thing that I'm doing is I'm paying off all my debts, all right? I'm paying off all my debts. Now, last year, 2019, I managed to become debt-free. However, unfortunately, I had some family emergency where, I had to dip into my emergency fund, which I depleted my emergency fund completely, and I also had to dip into the credit card, all right? It's just unfortunate. I'm human, these things happen, and sometimes you can't help if you have a family emergency and you have to do, you have to use the credit card, all right? So I built up debt again. Last year I was so happy I managed to get out of debt free, and it happens where even though I had an emergency fund in place, it wasn't enough to cover the emergency, and I had to go back into credit card debt. However, so my plan this year is definitely to attack my debt very aggressively, all right? I'm gonna be attacking that credit card debt again very aggressively, all right, to get out of debt, because I'm just that type of person, I just don't like debt. I just don't like debt at all. When the debt is not making me money, all right? So if it's like real estate and stuff like that, I don't mind it at all, because that's good debt to me. That's making you money in the long run. But having like credit card debt, personal loans, stuff like that, get rid of all of that stuff before you add another, major debt onto it, all right? Plus, if you have a lot of debt, you might not get qualified for a big enough mortgage to cover the property where you want to do what you want to purchase. It might be more difficult for you to get qualified for a mortgage. So having no debt or less debt will help. So it will help the interest rate that you get. It will help the amount of mortgage that you qualify for, and so on, and so forth. All right. So just before you invest in real estate, before you even buy a property to live in, if that's what you want to do, pay off your debt first. That just de-stresses you. It's less stress on your head, all right? And the last thing that I'm doing, the 5th and final thing, is I'm selecting, a proper location. As I said, the location that I'm viewing right now that I want to invest in is in the Atlanta, Georgia area. All right, that's just my personal preference where I want to invest. I feel like the market is good there. The real estate, the amount of real estate that you could buy compared to the amount of money is very good. So whereas like also, for instance, I'm in Hawaii right now. If I had a $200,000 property in Hawaii, is like a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment. All right. Whereas in Atlanta, I could get a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, or whatever be the case, even a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, I could get that in Atlanta for 200,000, whereas in Hawaii or any other location, it will be sufficiently less, all right, less value for the money, okay? So make sure you select a location, look around, you know, if it's investing that you're gonna do, it doesn't necessarily have to be in the state that you are going to be living, all right? As long as you can have, like, you know, a property management set in place, it'll be good for you. So don't just invest in the state that you live, all right? Look outward also to find a better value, because the real estate market might be too high where you live, but it's like good somewhere else, all right? So again, guys, like, share, and subscribe to the video. Thank you very much for watching. You know, my goal this year is to get to 1,000 subscribers. Last year, my goal was to get to 100 subscribers. I got to 72. Hopefully, I could, you know, be more consistent with my videos. I know, you know, my videos are coming like monthly right now. I want to get to a point where I do weekly videos. You know, I will start to utilize my weekends better, you know. So if you come across my video, like, share, and subscribe. Give me that motivation to keep making these videos, and ring that notification bell, okay? Thank you very much. Peace.